Creatine monohydrate is one of the most researched and proven supplements that's going to help you build muscle, increase your performance in the gym, and aid in helping you recover better. But of course, with all these great side effects that creatine is known for, there is also some very common bad side effects that have been linked to creatine monohydrate use, like bloating and GI issues most notably. But there is a way that you can go about taking it that's going to heavily reduce your chances of you seeing these bad side effects so that you can get the best results while taking your creatine. That's why in this video, I want to go over exactly how to take creatine to heavily reduce your chances of seeing these bad side effects so you can get the best results with it. So first I'll explain to you exactly how creatine causes bloat to begin with. And creatine causes bloat because of its ability to increase the water retention in your body. It does this because when you're taking creatine, it vastly increases the metabolic activity that's going to be happening in your muscles. And as it does this, it sends more water to them. Therefore, it causes that bloat. This bloat can also extend into your GI tract, which is going to cause gastrointestinal bloating, which is how some people, when they take it, they see and get that heavy bloat in that midsection area that you don't want. And it's all because of that increased water retention that's happening in your body. And I know you're wondering, okay, how do we actually stop this from happening? And the first thing is just monitoring, the exact gram and doses of creatine that you're intaking. A lot of people, when they get these bad side effects, is because they do something called creatine loading. And creatine loading is when you have a 5 to 7 day period where when you're first starting to take creatine, you're taking about 20 grams of creatine per day for this 5 to 7 days that you're on it. And that is what's called the loading phase. And then after those 5 to 7 days are complete, you go into now a maintenance phase where you're going to be taking about 3 to 5 grams a day to help keep those creatine stores and levels that you have raised from your loading phase to stay at those levels. So when most people get bloating and bloating issues, it is because they do a loading phase. And what I found is doing and taking it in just a maintenance phase solely, skipping the whole loading phase out. So just going in when you're first taking it to taking 3 to 5 grams of creatine a day helps your body get acclimated to it a lot better and will heavily decrease your chances of bloating with it because you won't be having such a heavy initial dose of it to begin with. When you do this, it will be a little bit slower as far as seeing the results from it, but the results will still be the same long term, whether you do a loading phase or a maintenance phase anyway. So just be patient, skip the loading phase, and watch your gains come without the heavy side effects of bloating and things of that nature. The second thing that's going to really help reduce your chances of getting these bad side effects is making sure you're drinking a lot of water. Now, I know it may sound kind of weird or counterproductive because of the increased water retention that is associated with creatine to begin with. But when you drink a lot of water, it ensures that there's enough water for the rest of your body to be able to counterbalance the extra water retention that's going to be happening in your muscles. When you're taking creatine and when you get creatine bloating, it's because all that water is coming in straight from the muscles only. And when you're drinking a lot of water, it ensures that there's enough water throughout the rest of your body to kind of like even it out. So I kind of think of it as like a scale. When you're not getting enough water, you're going to be heavily tipped one way as far as the water retention. As when you are drinking enough water, everything is going to be balanced, so your body isn't going to be looking super bloated in that way. So drinking a lot of water, at least a gallon, I say, when you're taking creatine, is going to ensure that there's going to be enough water for the rest of your body to use, so it's going to heavily decrease your chances of bloating while taking it. The third thing you can do is really watching your carb and sodium intake while you're on it. Carbs and sodium are things in your diet that's going to heavily increase the water retention that's happening in your body. So not ridding yourself of carbs completely, but just really watching your intake of it, lowering it a little bit, seeing where you could take out a few things here and there is going to help decrease some of that extra water retention that you'll be getting from the carbs you're eating and from the diet in general. Is going to help you stay leaner throughout your creatine taking process. And the fourth and final thing is using the sauna or taking hot baths while you're intaking creatine. Of course, with the increased water retention that comes with it, using the sauna and the hot bath is going to help you kind of like sweat out some of that extra water you may be retaining from creatine. And it's just going to be a great way to not only get some of that extra water weight that you're holding from the creatine use, but it's going to also help boost your metabolism, recovery, and so many other great benefits that come with using the hot baths and sauna. So that's another thing I heavily suggest you do, in your training period, but especially when you're taking creatine, because it will heavily reduce the water retention and the water weight that you may be holding to really reduce that side effect of taking creatine. So that's going to be how you take creatine to reduce your chances of getting bad side effects from it. And before we get out of here, I want to give you guys this verse. And this verse is Psalm 37:7, which says, "Rest in the Lord and wait patiently for him. Do not fret because of him who prospers in his way, because of the man who brings wicked schemes to pass." I really wanted to highlight this verse because I really just wanted to highlight the importance of patience. In the same way, it's important to be patient when you're taking creatine, to not go into a super heavy loading phase at the start of it to really reduce your chances of seeing that side effects in your physical body. In the same way, we need to be patient, in just our life and in our spiritual walk with God, and really exercise that. One of the fruits of the Spirit is patience, and that's how you know that you are really being led and trusting God in things when you are exercising patience in your life. So in the same way, it's important you exercise patience in your physical body, in your training, knowing, no matter what supplements and things you take, that this is going to take time when you're trying to build muscle, trying to transform your body and transform your physical appearance. In the same way, in your spiritual life and your walk with God and in anything else you're trying to do that's going to be great, you're going to have to be patient with the process of it. Of course, you take things like supplements in order, to boost and be more effective in that time, but still is going to be a level of patience that's required. I just want to encourage you, whatever it is that you're trying to do that you may be struggling, being patient over, whether it be your fitness, your health, your business, your spiritual life, whatever it is, just exercise patience, continue doing the right things every day, and you will see the fruit of it come as long as you just stick with it and stay with the process. All right, guys, so that's going to be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you did, definitely be sure to leave a like. Definitely be sure to comment, man. Any feedback, questions, whatever it is, would love to get all that in the comments, so leave that below. Definitely be sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification as well, as I'm always uploading new content every week to help you transform your physique, your health and wellness and faith through the foundation of fitness and a relationship with God. So definitely be sure to subscribe and hit that bell notification so you don't miss any of that new content. And definitely be sure to check out some of my other content as well. I'll leave some links in the description that I think will further help you in transforming your physique and your health and your wellness. All that will be in the description, so check some of that content out. And again, I just want to thank you guys for tuning into this video, and I'll see you in the next one.